Today, we are going to look at the energies of creation. We're going to ask the question, for the energy of creation now, what do we need to know, including what we can't see? So this is going to be a profound reading on the collective energies, not just of the collective energies of Earth, but also beyond, and what it is that we need to know, kind of taking into the consideration the aspects of astrology. And so this reading is going to show us the energies that have been at play. And the card that they wanted me to pull off the top is the Devil card. And you can see in this card, there are multiple arms and chains that are around the figures at the bottom. But there's light above, and there's a sword and as well. And the energies of this card are rather dark, but there are some lightnesses as well. And what it's showing is that the darkness that we have seen throughout the earth isn't just here, but it's also rippled out in other directions and in. And so when we look at what's going on around us, it's important not to look at the other places as more desirable destinations, but to truly look at the energy as an opportunity to unchain ourselves from the desires and illusions of our lives that are not leading us in the path that we truly wish to be on as a path of enlightenment. All right, well, that's quite the beginning card. Then we have the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups energy is a union. It's the coming together of energies for true enlightenment and bliss together. And you can see the woman bowing down, and there's a spirit behind. And the words they're saying is, it is the ultimate spirit of creation that embodies all of us. And when we come to another as a state of willingly letting go of ourself and worshiping them, then we're unleashing things that we never really dealt with to another. And ultimately, it is up to each one of us to delve within ourselves and unearth the energies within ourselves without having to look to external forces in order to do that, or in this case, an external beings. So the energies of fire from creation need to be relinquished from all of us, and there are none of us that are without the impact of things that have happened throughout all of history. So when we are able to relinquish our energies and the things that have bound us, you can see the snake bound around her, then we can truly step into our own true worth. But until we do that, we're allowing ourselves to be chained to another. Then we have the Eight of Wands. So what we can see here is the energy of spirit coming in and the energies of the forces of creation moving us forward and helping us understand the past so that we can move past it and really move into a new stage of beginning and a new stage of awakening for all of us. Okay. Then we have the Eight of Discs, or the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is showing us that what we've been building in the past is kind of lurking behind us. And what it is that we want to build towards is a truly enlightened light body, so to speak, with the heart and wisdom of the knowledge that we've cultivated before ourselves. But it's the energies of the past that are haunting us and eluding us from being able to step into the true selves that we know that we can be. then we have the Ten of Staves or the Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands is showing us that there's a great deal of energies behind us. And there's a great deal of energies. You can see he's not really willing to look at what's going on. He's kind of looking off to the past. But beneath what looks like the earth, you can see a brighter energy trying to emerge. And she's not all light, but the energies are trying to emerge. But what is behind them is all of the things that we've been trudging along with us. And the enlightenment here is to truly understand that there has been many times in history that the earth has rebuilt itself. You may be familiar with the terms the Maya, the Inca, the Atlantis, Lemuria, and times before that as well. And it really is, when you are reliving those energies of the past, it is harder for the energies to come up of renewal and grace and truly embracing the light of who you are. So as we move forward in this reading, they want me to say this is really about those that are endeavoring on a galactic mission to heal themselves beyond just what they know they have encountered here. So this is for people who resonate as being a starseed. And really kind of taking a look at those things and what it really means. Knowing that there are other planets with other beings and other forms of life out there that you may have partaken in other lives. But to not look at that as the only solution, and that I feel like I'm here, but I really don't belong here. And that may very well be. Your home planet may be very different from what is here if you resonate with being a starseed, but there are ones that call Earth home as well. And this reading is really about understanding that the energies of creation are intermingled, and that is really what astrology is all about, is understanding how the different planets, different civilizations, different worlds have impacts on the overall energy of not only our planet, but of all the planets and all of the universes and all of creation. So then we have the Two of Discs, or the Two of Pentacles. And you can see here in this card that there's kind of two different worlds happening. There's the underworld and there's the above world. And if you look at it in that respect, the things that are happening in the underworld appear to be not as wonderful as the things that are happening up top. What we need to understand is that the balancing out of energies has to happen in one way or another, and that is the ultimate force of karma, and that's the force of the balancing out of the energies of creation. That is how everything works in the grand scheme of, I was trying to make the infinity symbol is what they were showing me. So everything comes to balance out eventually. And it's up to each one of us to understand that there are energies that need to be worked off also in the afterlife. And to really come to grips with that, and to not look at what they called and what evolved over time in human evolution in terms to be called hell, because it doesn't need to be looked at as a place that is daunting, but rather to look at it as a place where you go to literally burn off the energies that are no longer serving you. And I hope it's okay to use these words, but when you hear the terms hellfire, it really is talking about learning how to burn off your energies that are no longer serving you. And there's not a place that was intended in order for that to happen, that was intended to be a place of negativity, but rather a place where you can go to work through the energies. And I realized when I was reading a Dolores Cannon book and they were talking about a place that you win in the afterlife, that that's what they were talking about, but your soul wouldn't term it in the terms of HELL, right? Because that's not the way that it was perceived at a soul level. It is through our human misconceptions that we came to portray it that way. So that's just one of the things in my own channeling that I have come to understand. All of my readings are direct channeled messages as well. So if you find that my interpretation of the cards is different, that is why. And they wanted these cards specifically. So I do channel my higher self, my soul. The Archangel Raphael is with me now as well, and the energies of creation, because they're all energetic forces. And when you can learn to tap into them, you can channel those energies directly and start to identify and connect with the ones that you need in time. So we have the Queen of Arrows, or the Queen of Swords, in this deck. And this card is showing us that we need to let go of the suspicion that we have of others. The word in my healings that they often use are grudges, blaming, things like that, and the blaming of others and the grudges of others, because we need to understand that and take accountability for our own energetic set point and who we were, and the lives that we brought in to heal in this life may also have been a part of that, and to understand the energies of ourselves and what it is that we're attracting, as well as the energies of our ancestors, and the energies of the collective, because all of that is present here and around us. And so, not so much to place blame on others, but to try and understand your role in all of that and how to come out of it in a cleaner and brighter state. And that is what it's all about, is trying to understand and come into resonance with your true self without the energies of pain and sorrow and blaming and things like that. Then we have the Eight of Arrows, or the Eight of Swords. And this card is showing us a great deal of defensive energy. And pointing arrows often kind of resemble that, and these are very pointed. And you can see the energy of fire and the energy of air here. And it's showing us that there's a great deal of fear surrounding us and a need to want to fight back. And when we do that, we continue the energies of war. We continue the energies of strife. If instead you can let go of the grudges, let go of the need to fight back, and instead say, I forgive you. How can I help? How can I help us get through this situation? It really is not just something that has been on earth, but in the collective consciousness of all creation. And to let go of the energies of feeling attacked. Because ultimately, if you have the energy of feeling attacked, then you are attracting the energy of being attacked. If you have the energy of being a victim and then you have the energy of being attacked within two different souls, then that is what creates the energy of strife. So we're being asked to just recognize the energies for what they are and try to observe them objectively and understand what that looks like. Understand what those energies look like within ourselves when you feel the energy of inner conflict. And then start to see it in the world around you and at a galactic level, and certainly just recognizing it as an objective observer and saying, this is not what I prefer. What I prefer is an energy of stability and love and peace. So I recognize this for what it is, and I recognize when I have those energies within myself, and I choose something different. I choose something better. I choose to want to be at a state of ease and grace and stability and love and peace within myself. And I know that by anchoring those energies and repeatedly making that choice in everything that I have in my daily life and everything that I have that comes up within me, that I know that I'm helping to anchor those energies in the earth and to spread peace then throughout all eternity. Then we have, it was right, the Judgment card. And to me, this card looks like the energies of war. And it's really showing us the energies of conflict. Excuse me. And the need to go back and to review the energies of the past objectively and understand what they are, and allow for the future to come in and allow the light to be spread, to let go of the energies of the things of the wars and of the creatures of the past, to be set aside so that we can truly come into a greater awareness within ourselves and anchor the energies of light onto the earth. Then we have the Emperor card. And you can see again, he has multiple hands, multiple heads, but beneath him are two swans, and some sort of serpent, and that a being is lying on top of. And this card is showing us that the true emperor is not one who is in a state of worldly possessions, as many cards portray. The emperor is one who is willing to embrace grace, who is willing to embrace ease and a state of fulfillment within himself. And there can be a state of abundance in all ways, absolutely, but it's through recognizing that the way to get there is through focusing upon truly wonderful things, and by trying to bring people what they need, as far as not just in making life easier, right, but of really trying to provide value to others, and to provide the things in a stable way, in a way that nurtures the earth, and in a way that is sustaining over time. And when you look at the Emperor card, it is often a man of strength and power, but we would encourage you to look at it as a man who is encouraging others and encouraging them to embody their own strength and to embody the energies of forgiveness and happiness and encouragement, rather than the energies of truly looking at things as material possessions. Okay, they want different cards now. Okay. So they want to clarify a few things relating to the viewpoints that I was stating. So the energies here, again, that we're looking at are not just Earth. Again, we're talking about star seeds and really the collective energies. And we have Rabbit Spirit. Now is a lucky time. So you may have heard that about like a rabbit's foot before. And the energies are really starting to shift. And you will see that throughout this eclipse season, that there are a great many things that are coming to the surface to show you what it is that you have been guided to release at this time. And a lot of it is thought processes. So we have and Spirit, time to collaborate. So what they're saying is, when we talk about this, and they wanted me to say before that we're talking about at the galactic level, that it's a good time to collaborate. So what they're saying is, when we talk about portals, it really has to do with the opening of an opportunity energetically in order to really start to connect with yourself as a galactic being, and to understand where you have come from, and to let go of the energies not just here but from everywhere. Then we have Wolf Spirit, true knowledge into wisdom. Because when you can understand who you truly are, then you can start to embrace it. You can let go of the energies, and it all has to do with choice and understanding that it is easier to make a better choice when the energies of the past aren't there. And that's where energy healing is helpful. When you can relinquish the energies of the situations that were causing you to have an emotional reaction, then it's easier to make a choice to show more love for yourself and to show more love for others, no matter what it is that they have done. So the knowledge into wisdom is really showing us that you can embody the energies of who you truly are and embrace them objectively to move forward energetically into a greater state of freedom and into a state of galactic awareness with the ones that you know that are out there. If you resonate with the term starseed, or just generally with the knowledge and awareness that there are other civilizations on other planets that are out there that are going through similar journeys. Now, be it Earth is a younger planet than most, but understanding that we're all on a journey of wisdom, no matter what planet it is that you're reincarnating on. Okay. Then we have Koi Fish Spirit. There is always enough. And they want you to know that the energies of sparseness need not exist. The energies of believing that it would be better to be on another planet need not exist, because if you believe that, then you are hindering Earth from expanding. If you believe that it is always better to be somewhere else than to be here, then you're encouraging those same energies to be there, that it would be better to be someplace else. Instead, they would encourage you to try and be thankful for the energy, or for the lessons that Earth has to offer through all of its wonderful trees and landscapes and birds and animals as well. And then we have Mouse Spirit, tend to the small things. And they said this was a card for, not this, but they will give a message for this anyway. And it really is understanding that where Earth may be a younger planet, you came here for a reason, and you came here because it is an amazing planet to be able to, the word they want me to use is be triggered into healing all of your inner wounds and insecurities more easily than a lot of other planets. So the energy and the message of this reading is to really be thankful for where you are, and to not look at it as a place that is less desirable than another place, but to truly start to be an objective observer of your whole true self. Okay. Okay, so they want another tarot deck. Okay, so this is the B tarot. So they want to clarify with these cards the mission of Earth. That's interesting. Okay. Okay. And we have the Moon, and that makes so much sense. So the Moon card is a major arcana, and it kind of goes along with the original energies of the Sacred India Tarot, of the devil energies. and which are showing us chained to the spirits, right? And to the past energies and the lower energies there below us. And they don't want me to say lower, but to be chained to one another and to be connected to everything. And the moon card is really about fear. And it's about the need to relinquish the fear within yourself in order to come into a greater state of awareness and peace. And that is ultimately what being here is all about, is to be able to release the energies of fear. And it does happen through being triggered throughout the earth with the way that it's set up, with the energies being present in the animals and the flowers and the trees in the air all around us. But it really does allow for you to observe things objectively in order to come into a greater state of healing within yourself. All right, they want another card at the bottom. We have the King of Discs. And the King of Discs in this deck, they want to say, is a king that is hidden behind a web. But you can see there's an image over his third eye, and it's starting to show an awakening that is hidden beneath the surface. And they want to say that the wisdom that Earth has is profound, and to not underestimate the power of all of the healing that has happened on this planet. Because anyone who has ever healed themselves from anything, and this is a planet of great healing, is embedded within the energies of the earth itself. So you can choose to see the things that are happening all around as strife and anger, or you can recognize them from what they are and try to say, how can I utilize the energies that are being shown here in order to heal myself? In order to truly understand the energies within myself and relinquish the energies of fear. All right. Then we have the journey. This would be the Fool card, or the new beginning. So what we're talking about here, when we talk about what is Earth all about, it is about recognizing the fear within us and understanding what Earth is trying to show us in order to have a new and brighter beginning within ourselves. Okay, I like that message. All right. Okay, they said that's it for cards. So I just want to say that this was a very unique reading. And I find that when I try to do readings, that's what are his thoughts about you and things like that. Whenever I ask what is the message that I should deliver now, I get something more like this. So I just go as I am guided. And they want to say that the profoundness of this reading was designed to help you understand Earth's energetic healing powers and the reason that you're here, and to help those that are struggling with being here to truly understand that it is a blessing and not a curse, and that the energies that are being stirred up all over the planet are because they exist within us, whether from this incarnation or another, and to really harness within yourself the ability and willingness you have to heal is the ultimate journey here, and to understand that you can have fun and playfulness and let go of the strife along the way. It's really about the journey, and the destination ultimately is healing.